So folks, today is Friday, January 26th, 2024. As usual, my name is Jake Baldino, here to talk about all the video game news that has been going on this week. It's a pretty roller coaster week. Lots of highs, lots of lows, so let's just jump right in. The first story has to do with Assassin's Creed. A new leak, believe it or not, for the next Assassin's Creed thing. It is a remake. Now, you probably remember these rumors a couple of months back. The rumor was that Ubisoft was remaking Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. The best one.
Agreed.
Or like close to it.
No, the best
right?
one.
Okay. But now, thanks to eagle-eyed people on the internet, including Joe Raptor on Twitter and YouTube, it does seem like this thing is officially in the works. With a division of Ubisoft Singapore, apparently now this game has been in the works for a while, with the pieces being put together thanks to LinkedIn posts for employees. It seems like this project is definitely Ubisoft Singapore, and the development has started roughly 4 months ago. Now, it is probably like a remaster, or we don't know really the extent of it, so we don't know how long it's going to take, but it does seem like now it's more officially a thing, which goes back to what I've been saying on this show for years now, right? Ubisoft has invested so much money in trying to make Skull and Bones a thing. That game still isn't out yet, and here they are now, spending resources remaking the good pirate game. Ubisoft should have spun off the Assassin's Creed series at a point and called them Pirates Creed, right? They had Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, then they had Assassin's Creed Rogue. They could have just kept going and made cool pirate games. It's a perfect footprint for it. It's interesting too because, like, in my opinion, Black Flag doesn't really need a remake or anything. Maybe like a cleanup, maybe a remaster for modern consoles, sure. But I can't see this thing being completely redone because it's already really great. And it also looked pretty decent. It can definitely be cleaned up, sure, but who knows? But I don't know anything. I'm not a corporation. So yeah, while essentially this isn't like AC4 Black Flag confirmed, it is people putting the pieces together through these listings, and it seems more likely. So let me know in the comments what you think, and also if you want to read up on it, check it all out. All the stories I talk about this week will be linked in the description down below. Next up, the biggest story of the week, of course, you know it, it's Palworld. Palworld is released on Steam Early Access and through Xbox Game Pass, and it is essentially the first big viral hit game of the year. A total surprise, if you ask me. We know that the game has been in the works. We've talked about it on gameranx years ago as haha, Pokemon with guns, but didn't really see it blowing up this much. And it is blowing up a lot because even though it's in early access, it's giving a lot of people what they want. Just like a crazier, weirder Pokemon game. But it's really not Pokemon-like. You're catching creatures, yeah, but it's really this interesting blend of like a survival game like Ark and a bunch of other elements from other games. I talk about it way more in depth in a before you buy video. I have some criticisms, but ultimately I think it's a lot of fun. But of course, there has been a conversation about like how hard the game rips off Pokemon. How close do these creatures look to, you know, Game Freak's famous billion-dollar creatures? And it's something I didn't expect Nintendo and Game Freak actually put out like a public statement, a public acknowledgement. I would have assumed that this would have been an all behind closed doors lawyers type thing, but a public statement does to me seem like something. Maybe it's a scare tactic. I don't know what it is, but here's the deal. They said, and I quote, "We intend to investigate and take appropriate measures to address any acts that infringe on intellectual property rights related to the Pokemon. We will continue to cherish and nurture each and every Pokemon and its world, and will work to bring the world together through Pokemon in the future." So on the one hand, that statement, like, you can laugh because they say that they want to continue to nurture Pokemon, but, you know, for a lot of people, Pokemon games have fallen kind of flat or stale in recent years. But this is them, like, without actually naming the game, this is them acknowledging that they are going to investigate and look into things. And I think that's because of the flurry of conversation around Palworld. There were people talking about the models possibly infringing on actual Pokemon designs. That was somewhat debunked. There was also just conversations of, like, you know, these things just being made through like an AI generator, and also just, of course, the bigger conversation, like the parody, kind of copy, spoof, like where is the line? So it seems like the Pokemon company is also looking into that, and that comes with Palworld's massive success, dude. This is crazy. It is the second game in Steam history to hit more than 2 million concurrent players. The concurrent numbers are insane. People can check those out, and apparently the game has sold 8 million copies. So it just goes to show, like, give the people what they want, just a fun, simple thing. Even if it's goofy, it's weird, it's broken. If it's fun and it takes a bunch of fun elements from other games and it packages it up, people will go nuts for it. I think part of it with this game was also the fact that it went viral over last weekend. It blew up instantly through that. It is definitely just like a fascinating case. Like, I think we're going to be talking about this one in like video game studies, video game industry history books for years to come. Me personally, after spending a bunch of time in it, like, it is still clear, as fun as it is still very much an early access game. So I am really excited to see them hopefully take all this money and dump it into the game and make it way cooler and fix some of the problems. The developers in the past have some issues with not really totally supporting their games, and you know, there's a lot out there if you want to look them up, but I think at this point now, this is too big for it to not become a bigger thing. But we'll just have to wait and see where it goes. If you are playing Palworld, I would love to know what you think. What's your favorite creature, thing, pal? Have you done anything weird in the game? We played together as friends. That was pretty good. It's good solo, but it's a lot more fun with friends.
Yeah, until you and your knockoff Vulpix burns my house down.
Sorry.
Hey, jumping over here real quick to talk about the sponsor of today's video. The other day, interesting story, I realized that I still had a subscription to a magazine. Yes, I am that old. I hadn't read the magazine in so long, so I had to go and cancel it. And canceling a physical magazine subscription was a nightmare. I lost so much time trying to do this, and also I'm bad at talking on the phone, and it was hard to get in touch with a real person. But thankfully, today's sponsor, Rocket Money, can help with things like this. Rocket Money is an all-in-one finance platform. It's a personal finance app that helps you cancel subscriptions, lower your bills, and just manage your finances better. So Rocket Money, which I've typically been using on my phone here, can give you all of your subscriptions at a glance. So it's all categorized. You can keep better track of things. And then you can cancel unwanted subscriptions with the press of a button. So you don't have to talk to anybody on the phone. It just works, and it's awesome. And it was a 2023 goal, but it's continuing to 2024 now to get better track of my finances. You can set a custom budget here, and you can have notifications and stuff set for parameters. So if you are overspending, this will quickly let you know. Rocket Money has actually helped its customers save an average of $720 a year. So to save more and spend less, join the over 5 million users using Rocket Money today. Go to rocketmoney.com/gameranx or click the link in the description down below to get started for free. You can also unlock even more features with premium. So once again, that's rocketmoney.com/gameranx. Go check it out. It helps the show. And big thanks to Rocket Money for sponsoring this video.
And then in some downer news, Microsoft has announced a bunch of layoffs. 1,900 layoffs with the gaming industry now, I think, crossing like over 10,000 layoffs in recent between 2023 and 2024. A lot of industries, tech industries, are facing layoffs. And this one comes right off the heels of course, Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard for like $1 billion. So with that, Microsoft has laid off people from both Xbox and on the Blizzard side. And this is significant because Mike Ibarra, Blizzard leadership, is out. Another lead, like head of design from the old days of Blizzard, is also out. It's been pretty brutal out there. And along with that, we got the news that with this, Blizzard has also canceled their survival game that they've been working on for a very long time. Now we know, codenamed Odyssey. They had officially confirmed this in 2022, and yeah, they scrapped it. Blizzard has a history of scrapping projects, of course, but from the reports and stuff, it actually sounded like this one was shaping up to be pretty cool, which I always hate that. In like news and reports, can you just tell me that it sucked? So like I don't have to like think like, oh man. Be like, yeah, they canceled it because it sucked. And I'd be like, okay, fine. But no, apparently Odyssey was shaping up to be pretty cool. I would have loved to have seen Blizzard's spin on a survival game, a genre that is jam-packed, like with Blizzard's resources and stuff. But now we will never know. It goes on the pile with so many other things, like, of course, StarCraft Ghost. Rip. And along with that, apparently Black Forest Games, owned by Embracer, THQ Nordic, that whole thing, they had done the Destroy All Humans remix. Apparently they have like 50% of their people laid off now. Totally gutted. And they were working on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Last Ronin game that was announced a couple months back that we were very excited about. So who knows what's up with that. Definitely an interesting time for the industry. A lot of analysts and people are saying it's kind of like a reconfiguring, a rethinking of things, and we're going to be feeling this for a while. Next up, some shorter things to talk about. The first is a new look at Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, which people are going to be able to start playing next week if they buy like the $100 special edition thing. They revealed that there's going to be like endgame Elseworld content, so we're getting like an Elseworlds Joker. You're going to be able to play as this different Joker. It's not the Arkham universe Joker. He's a different Joker. He looks kind of whatever. Yeah, so if you wanted to play as a Joker, here you go. But the developers talked about Elseworlds giving them an opportunity to bring in new, weird, quirky DC characters, and that's what I want to see. We've had enough Joker. Bring some weird old DC freaks into the mix. Still, the jury's out on Suicide Squad. I don't know what to think about that game until I get my hands on it. We'll have a before you buy at some point, maybe next week or the week after. I don't know. Just keep your eyes peeled. I say keep your eyes peeled a lot, but like I guess that's like my new phrase. Sorry. What does that even mean? Also, Solid Snake in Fortnite. Snake in Fortnite, your resident Metal Gear weirdo, thinks that he looks really cool. The character model designs for Old Snake, Solid Snake, Raiden, shit looks good, man. I'm not going to play Fortnite, but like, this is cool. But I did think about it. I thought about it for a second. That's how thirsty, hungry Metal Gear fans are. Also, some good games to look forward to. Some releases right now. First is Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Falcon and Eric behind the scenes played that, did a before you buy on it, and all the reviews out there sound fantastic. I love these games. Like, I really like the brawler combat more, but like I haven't really dived into the new Ichi games. I am a Kiryu guy, so like I do want to jump in this one to see what his deal is in it. But like, yeah, seems like an awesome new one. Also, Tekken 8 just dropped. People are just jumping into it, really getting their feel for it. Early reactions seem pretty positive. Before you buy is in the works. I'm not on that one. I have to defer sometimes because I'm not a fighting game expert. But it does seem like people are digging it. Tekken continues to be popular, so when is there going to be a new Tekken Tag tournament? That's all I have to say. Clearly, I'm like an old PS2 era gamer. I'm like, just bring back Tekken Tag with the bowling. The bowling was good.
No,
the bowling was really good. We also got a trailer for Earth Defense Force 6 with the English version coming soon. That's definitely more Earth Defense Force from the trailer. Those games are extremely underrated. Also, check out this trailer for a VR game. It's been a minute since we talked about a VR game, but this is Titanic, A Space Between. It's a really awesome Titanic sinking recreation in VR. Yeah, sure. But also there's like a Slender Man monster chasing you. Seems like a good idea if you ask me. It really ticks my boxes, my weirdly highly specific boxes. But yeah, it's coming Valentine's Day, so not too much longer, and it does just seem like a cool concept. Also, in case you missed it, PC people, Horizon Forbidden West now has a Steam listing with a date, so you're going to be able to play it March 21st. Along with that, there have been rumors floating around suggesting more ports are coming soon. You know, they're guesses. They're pretty logical guesses, like the Demon's Souls remake, Gran Turismo 7, stuff like that. The Last of Us Part 2. I could see it happening, but it's all just a matter of when at this point. Again, those ones aren't confirmed. Those are just rumors, but Horizon Forbidden West is fairly soon. Also, in case you missed it, this just dropped another Switch 2 rumor. This one from Bloomberg, which usually has a really good track record. We've heard a lot of Switch 2 rumors in the past couple of weeks, and it seems like it's coming this year, maybe like holiday season. Now with this report suggesting that it is going to have a 7-inch LCD screen. The 7 inches is great because 7 inches is the size of the Switch OLED, which is a little bit of a bigger screen. But with this new Switch 2, this screen reportedly being LCD, that seems to be leaving a lot of people disappointed. I can already tell from the reactions online. Nintendo tends to cheap out on some things, and I could totally see them releasing the Switch 2 with an LCD screen, and then a year or two later, an OLED edition, which sucks. But regardless of how you feel about that, this is another rumor, another thing, another leak suggesting that Switch 2 is coming pretty soon. Now, my big questions are like, what does this entail? What else does it add? Obviously, like we've talked a lot about the graphics and the componentry and stuff, but for me, it's like, what's Nintendo's little spin on things? And also, what's going to be the launch title or launch titles? Metroid Prime 4? Huh? I don't know. We'll see. But that's the news this week. That's everything to get you guys caught up real quick. We don't want to waste your time. You got shit to do. So let me know in the comments what you think about, the layoffs, but the canceled survival game from Blizzard. Could you imagine what that would be like? Let me know what you think about Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag returning. Remake, remaster, whatever. Do you care? Are you playing as Snake in Fortnite? What a weird sentence. I'm sorry. Just saying that out loud. Tekken 8, what are you playing? Let us know in the comments. There's going to be a pinned comment in the comment section. It's like the sponsor link, but in that comment thread, be sure to let us know what you're playing for research purposes. But thank you guys for coming around here, watching the Friday show with us. We've been doing this for like a million years now. We are always here every Friday for you. So if you like this video, clicking the like button helps us, but that's all you got to do. What I really ask is that you have a great weekend, be safe. I'm Jake Baldino. Pizza's on me.